After being approached by an organisation who asked us to research, design, and construct an installation challenging everyday thinking, provoking reflection, and focus on the thesis of modern urban environments are alienating and socially isolating, we immediately began working. Concepts immediately started being produced, as well as heavy primary and secondary research. After weeks of discussion and continued investigation, the World Map installation was conceived and constructed. This installation would focus on immigrants who are new to an urban area, as research informed us that the most socially isolated of the people in these areas are immigrants. Therefore, we set out to prove this issue while attempting to solve it through provoking user reflection. Questions that led our discussion and ideation process were: how do they feel isolated? Could it be due to language and cultural barriers? Do they find it hard to make friends due to the large amount of people and high density of urban areas? Or do they feel that they fit perfectly into their busy environment? These questions were incorporated into the installation, allowing us to gain raw and honest opinions and experiences from users and students. The installation is composed of a banner containing the text, "Where are you from?" Stick on the map where you are from. A large world map, stickers numbered from 1 to 100, question sheets, and 10 letters using ranges of 10 on each envelope. The users will be asked to place a sticker on the map to represent where they are from. Then they will be provided with a question sheet and answer 3 questions. Where are you from? What do you miss about home? And have you ever felt socially isolated away from home? The note will then be placed in its corresponding envelope that is attached to the wall next to the map. Other users can then choose whether to take part or simply read the notes by matching a sticker with its letter, allowing people to understand how and whether immigrants feel socially isolated or if they feel welcomed. It will also allow users to see what cultures are more socially isolated than others, perhaps encouraging people to socialize with other people more. The aim is for international students to complete the activities in the installation and for domestic students to then read their responses and reflect on them. Interaction with the installation from those in the UQ community was almost more successful than expected. While many people walked past the installation, almost 50 students and staff showed interest in the concept and participated at approximately a 40% success rate. This participation showed in the stickers placed all over the map, each representing a unique and diverse hometown of each participant. We also gained almost 50 question sheets, which gave us insight to the feelings and experiences of these participants. Firstly, the international student demographic was investigated, and it was found that 32.26% of students had experienced social isolation while living in Brisbane, and 22.58% had somewhat experienced social isolation. When collating the domestic students' results who had moved from Brisbane to other areas in Australia, it was interesting to find that 66.67% had experienced social isolation away from their home, and 16.67% of participants sometimes experience it. This is particularly surprising, as it was expected that international students would report increased feelings of social isolation due to various barriers. However, this may come down to the small sample size of domestic participants. Finally, the overall combined results displayed 37.84% of people experiencing social isolation and 21.62% experiencing it sometimes. This represents more than 50% of participants feeling socially isolated in some capacity throughout their life. Hopefully, the ideas and questions brought up in the installation have led people to reflect on the issue of social isolation both in their own lives and others. Although the world map installation was relatively small scale, it is the identification of issues that results in reflection, discussion, and hopefully action to make this 50% smaller and smaller each year.